Good evening. As part of the campaign for the presidential and National Assembly elections, the Seychelles Broadcasting Corporation SBC will today begin airing political programs starting at 9 p.m. on SBC2. Political party broadcasts or PPBs will start with programs featuring the presidential candidates, which will be aired in two parts, the first part tonight and the second part tomorrow. PPBs for the National Assembly candidates will begin this coming Friday, the 29th of August.
All PPBs will be shown on SBC2, and in cases where programs end at 10 p.m., the usual news repetition will air immediately after the PPBs. PPBs will be repeated on SBC3 at 8 a.m. the following morning. On Radio Cecile, PPBs will air at 8 p.m. The PPB's radio programs will be repeated at 8 a.m. the following morning, except on Sunday 31st August and Sunday 21st September, when programs will be repeated after the 10:30 a.m. Mass. The public will also be able to access these programs on SBC's YouTube channel after their television broadcast. The complete list of PPBs and their airing times can be found on SBC's website and Facebook page. In addition to the PPBs during the election period, SBC has also produced two television programs, Konu Kandida and Manifesto, which will start airing from Monday 1st September on SBC2, and the radio program Profil Candidat Présidentiel 2025, which will air on Friday 29th August at 2 p.m. and be repeated on Monday 1st September at 10 p.m. These programs aim to provide the public with information about the candidates standing in the election.
People living with disability will now get better services offered by the Department of Social Affairs and the Department of Investment. This follows the signing of a memorandum of understanding by the two departments together with the Department of the Family. And this is to recognize the fast track card recently introduced. The signing ceremony took place this morning at the Harbour Cafe at Espas Building.
It was the Principal Secretary for the Department of the Family Affairs, Mike Moel, together with the representative of the Ministry of Employment and Social Services, Audrey Nano, and Michael Nalitambi, the Principal Secretary for the Department of Investment, who signed the agreement to recognize the Fast Track Card initiative. This card is dedicated to supporting people with disabilities by facilitating access to the services they need.
The Fast Track Card is more than just a means of access. It represents dignity, equality, and the recognition of the rights of persons with disabilities. Through this initiative, beneficiaries will find it easier to access essential services, employment opportunities, and support systems. To our beneficiaries, I want to say, this initiative is for you. It is built on your courage, advocacy, and determination to claim your rightful place in society. As we sign this MOU today, let us remember that true progress means no one is left behind. May this partnership serve as an example of how government sectors can work together, hand in hand, to deliver practical solutions that truly changes life.
The Fast Track Card is already in use, and the aim is to raise public awareness of the commitment being made to ensure more inclusion and empowering of people with a disability.
We note that Seychelles is amongst a few African countries where people living with disability are treated with respect, with dignity and worth. They have the same rights under our Constitution as any citizen. People living with disability have demonstrated their ability and potential to succeed in various areas, especially in sports and cultural events, whereby they participate actively and are celebrated. The Agency for Social Protection has since the 8th of June 2024 officially opened its newly revamped customer service unit, giving a fresh face to the agency's daily operations. The upgrade was designed to promote inclusivity for persons with disabilities and elderly, while creating a more customer-friendly environment to better serve all citizens.
This agreement represents the shared vision the three entities have to help improve the quality of life of people living with a disability in Seychelles.
Two men from Mahé, Sonny Douglé and Joseph Lamonté, from a group called Next Step, volunteered to paint monuments as well as religious objects on Pralais. They started their work on Monday, and today they were at the Saint Joseph in Grand'Anse-Pralais, painting the cross of the Saint Joseph's Church. Tomorrow they'll be painting the cross of the St. Matthew's Church at Grand'Anse. The Pralais community has provided them with what they need in order to complete their task on the island. International School has achieved an impressive 93% pass rate in the A-level examinations. For the Cambridge A-level results, 9 students performed exceptionally well, each securing at least 2 A grades. Annie Young achieved 2 A stars, 2 A's, and 1 B. Janelle Sindav got 2 A stars and 1 A, while Zia Adam was awarded 3 A's. In an interview, the director of the international school, Elodie Valentine, shared her thoughts on the success of this year's results.
For the 4th year in a row, our exam results have been above the pass rate of 90%. It's down to our students because they are the ones that put in the hard work, so we can't take all the credit as a school, but our staff are very committed. We've got qualified teachers at our school teaching all of our subjects in primary and in secondary, so we've got that basis for them. We also do baseline testing, which means that we know what grade the students should be achieving by the end of the IGCSE course or by the end of the A-level course. So then we put some interventions in place if they're at risk of not achieving those grades, and then we make sure that they're achieving that grade or above as much as possible.
A journalist and television presenter, Peter Zamaliev, is in Seychelles as part of his tour around the world, especially in countries that the world describes as small or poor. The man with dual nationalities, Ukrainian and American, met with local communities and entities in each country he visited to discuss the war in Ukraine as well as the local situations. And he said that the political situation in Seychelles is calm.
This is now my 11th month I'm traveling. I started off in September and I left Ukraine where I was a full-time TV host and doing a lot of media. I also provided commentary for international TV channels. I wanted to go to distant parts, the so-called global south, for lack of a better term, to talk about Ukraine, the cause, the war, not just to tell them what I think the root causes of the war are, but also to listen to people what they think about this war. And I actually started off in distant South Pacific island nations, Fiji, Samoa, Tonga, Vanuatu, and Solomon Islands, also Papua New Guinea, Australia, New Zealand. And then I moved to South Africa, and I've been making it by land, about 40,000 kilometers by land since March. This is my 16th African country. And of course, to me personally, this was also always a huge fascination for someone who was born in the Soviet Union, the biggest country in the world ever. I was always fascinated by small countries, how they live, tiny island nations. For me, Seychelles, I know for a lot of people, Seychelles is just a resort. But for me, I'm more fascinated about the politics and the way this country orients itself among much bigger players. So that I find most fascinating.
And with this, we end today's summary. Thanks for watching. Good evening.